Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Rhonda Taylor. I'm the superintendent of the Lakeside Union School District, very proud superintendent of this wonderful district. And here we are with another podcast. And I like to do these podcasts to feature some community organizations, some businesses in our community. I always have a board member and an update on what's going on with some of our programs in our school. So we have some people here today that I'm really excited. We have Jared Murphy from our ESS program. That's our after school and before school care program. We have Nina Dramisi and Sue Frankie from the Kiwanis Club, and they do so much for us. We also have Sarah Glass, and she has a brand new business right across the street from the district office. They are the Caffeine Queens, and they are providing wonderful, wonderful caffeinated beverages for our staff and for our community. And then I have a board member, Holly Ferrante. And so we will be talking to her about her aspirations of being a board member or her dreams and wishes for that position. So I'm going to start off by bringing in Jared Murphy.
Hi,
good
morning.
Jared. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. This is our third attempt to have you on the show. So here you are, and I'm so excited that it's working out. And so what I would like for you to do, Jared, is just talk about the ESS program, what you guys do for our students, and the future of this program moving forward. What's coming up?
Yeah, so ESS is the before school, after school program. I've been in this role for about 10 years, really excited of where we've come from and the direction we're heading. We're an extension of the school day, so we're expanded learning. So in the mornings, we open our gates as early as 6 a.m. We hold on to the kids up until they're released for breakfast or for the classroom. Mm-hmm. And, we do a lot of different things at a lot of different schools. So sometimes they get an opportunity to go outside and run laps and play games outside. We do special pancake breakfasts at a lot of our sites. And it's really a good opportunity, especially for the younger students, to just build relationships. We pride ourselves on being a nice family-oriented program where students have just that extra layer to build some friendships. And especially for our summer programs, we're open all 10 weeks. The last 2 weeks of summer, we're actually on each campus. And for our TK families, our kinder families, new families to the district, it's a really great chance to send your kids over and just start building relationships with kids and a lot of the staff and just get familiar with the campus. After school, we open our doors as soon as the bell rings, and we're open until 6 p.m. Again, we're expanded learning, so we offer enrichment programs. We offer a homework club where we can assist kids with all of their homework. We bring in different vendors. We brought in scientists, geologists to do squid dissections. Geologists brought in some rocks that we're able to crack open with a hammer and see what comes out. So we're constantly trying to, push the envelope, see what we can build on from previous years. And, the biggest part of our program is the youth leadership. And so we give all of them a chance to say, hey, this is what I want to do. As long as it's safe and as long as the kids are having fun, we move forward with it. So it's really fun to see what kids are interested year after year, and how sometimes things that, kind of get pushed aside for a couple of years comes back because the kids in that year want to do it. So it's a lot of fun. It makes our job a little bit easier when the kids are like, hey, let's try this, in addition to the before school, after school program. And another thing too, a lot of parents don't know actually is we have a few schools that can be free childcare. We have a lot of different grants. And if fortunately you don't qualify for a grant, I promise you, if you look at all of the surrounding districts and other child care facilities, we're going to be one of the least expensive. And I promise you that we do a lot more with some of those other programs as well. So you can find our rate charts, our registration forms, all of that on our website, the lsusd.net. Upper right-hand corner, it'll say after school ESS. But we do our rates on a sliding scale. So it can be anywhere from $100 a month to $460 a month. It just depends on how many hours you need us a month. We're the only ones that do this. Most districts will charge you a flat rate for the morning, a flat rate for the afternoon, whether you come 1 hour or all the hours, it's the same price. Where for us, we only charge you for what you use. So we feel like we're really, really fair with the families. We put out a great product. And again, we're open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And that is so important. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that is so important. I love the idea of not charging that flat rate, because I know that so many other districts do that, and that's cost prohibitive for so many of our families.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we really try and pride ourselves on not going onto a wait list right now. There are a few schools, unfortunately, that are on a wait list because staffing is a little bit harder than it once was. But even the wait list that we did have early on in the year, we're already starting to get some of those families off. So yes, the pay scale is definitely very beneficial to our families. But in addition to the before school, after school, we're also open the majority of the days during seasonal camps. So Thanksgiving camp is coming up. We're already in the works with setting up a couple of field trips for that. We will be open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Winter break, there's quite a few local and legal holidays that first week, but we hope to be open the second week. Same for spring break, we'll be open those 2 weeks. And then summer camp, we operate a full 10-week program. Again, for all of those seasonal camps, we're open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 12 hours every single day. And we do a lot of different rotations. Rotations can be robotics, math, reading, writing, iPads, cooking, and everything else in between. We have about 14 different rotations. They're about 40 minutes long. So it's just long enough to get them engaged, but not too long where they start getting bored. And then we pop them into another rotation. There's about 15 to 20 kids in each rotation, with 1 to 2 staff members, typically always 2 staff members. So our ratios are pretty low where we can, get everybody involved and get them the help that they need. We do a lot of team building, sports, electronics, the iPad, the Xbox. And then we go on at least 2 field trips a week. And that can be anywhere from the beach to SeaWorld, the zoo, Dave & Buster's, Parkway Bowl, the boardwalk. So we're out in the community a lot. And, that's another thing that we really pride ourselves on for the ESS program, is that we're constantly trying to give back to the community. Whether it's through food drives, toy drives, sponsoring different families throughout, Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, just any way that we can kind of say, hey, thank you. In any way that we can help out our community members. Let's see, what else do we have? We have so my office now is the old fire station, which is right next door to Lakeside Middle School. And it's the best thing on earth. We converted the actual firehouse garage into a full-on arcade. And so during summer and throughout the year, we have 15 to 20 kids come through and rotate through this arcade room where we have a giant, I think it's about 8 feet by 8 foot projection screen TV, where we can do video games on that. We can watch movies on that, just kind of have a background going. We have foosball, ping pong. We have arcade basketball. We have arcade darts. Shuffleboard. I mean, you name it, we've got it. We've got water toys outside of our building. So it's just a great little hangout for the kids just to come over and unwind, have some fun. And, that's probably one of our biggest draws as far as rotations go.
It's whenever I'm over there, whenever I'm dropping by ESS, especially in the summer, the kids are never just sitting around bored. They're always constantly engaged and active. And I think that you guys do an amazing job of that. Your field trips are very, they're fun and engaging, and you go to fun places. And so you were talking about the student leadership piece and letting them choose. So what is the craziest thing that?
Oh, golly. The craziest thing. So that's probably part of it is, I don't know if we necessarily think of it as crazy because nothing shocks us anymore. We've kind of pride ourselves in, looking at an ASB model that the middle schools already have in place and kind of change that to elementary level. So the kids just take the reins on it. They love coming up with different ways to make money, and so that's been a fun one. Of okay, can we do different like lemonade type stands or bake things and sell them off. So some of the things that they've come up with trying to make money might be a little bit different or crazy. But for the most part, we have staff that we don't really know that they have these hidden talents. And then all of a sudden one day they come up and say, I want to do ukulele, and we're like, okay, well, let's get some ukuleles, and that's been going on for quite a few years now down here at LMS, our middle school.
Right.
They have a full-on ukulele club after school now. So, it's really fun to, we get these new staff members. A lot of them are really, really young. This is typically their first job, a little bit shy at first. And then all of a sudden they've been here for a year or two and they're like, hey, by the way, I know how to do the ukulele, or I know how to do this, intricate art project or something like that. So that's been a lot of fun where the staff feels comfortable coming up with their own programs too.
I think it's really fun as well, just talking about the staff, that a lot of our staff are former students. I know that one of the staff members who's over at Riverview was in my kindergarten class, and I think, again, my second grade class. So It's really, really fun to see these kids coming through our program. I know we hire a lot of kids out of LCAP, and through the high school. And so I like that it's that community feel and that we're still very, very close. So.
Yeah, we have a great relationship with the local high schools. It's really fun to see, like you said, not only that, former ESS students are coming up and now ESS staff. And some of them say it from day one. Oh, as soon as I get old enough, I want to come, get a walkie-talkie and a tie-dye shirt and be an ESS staff member, and sure enough, there they are on my doorstep. Hey, I just turned, 15, 16. But not only that, is it goes past that too. They get their foot in the door with the district, with ESS. And then I've got quite a few that have just been hired as teachers.
Yes.
And then, they can come back and some volunteer their time after school to help out with homework. Some we have on payroll to help out with different sports or homework activities after school. So it's really, really cool to kind of see it all come full circle. I always tease that I guess that just means I'm getting a little bit older now, and I'm starting to see those young kids when I first started are now out of high school now and coming back as employees. But it's such a rewarding job. I love what I do. I love the people that we have with us, and the kids just make it, just the cherry on top.
Well, that is so awesome. And I love what you do too. And you guys have an amazing program. And thank you so much, Jared, for joining us today.
Yeah, and thank you so much.
If you're interested in our after school or your program before or after school, please visit the Lakeside Union School District website and click on the ESS tab. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was really fun to hear from Jared Murphy and about our program. And now I am going to bring in Sarah Glass, and she is from the Caffeine Queens, which just opened. So let's talk with Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. We're so happy that you're across the street. So those of you who don't know, the Caffeine Queens opened, and they're at Channel in Woodside behind Ray's Barbershop. That used to be the drive-through dry cleaners, I believe.
Yes, and you're right.
You do need you go through in your car, although sometimes I go through just with my body and I just stand between the cars and move up. So Sarah, tell us about your business.
Hi, thanks for having me today. I really appreciate the offer. So we're a brand new business. We opened about 3 weeks ago, right behind Ray's Barbershop. There's a drive-through kind of on the side of Ray's Barbershop, if anybody is familiar with the area. So we are there. We leased the building back in December and have been doing a lot of renovations, a lot of remodeling inside. And so we finally were ready at the beginning of this month to open our doors. So it's pretty exciting. We're really happy that we were able to find a place in Lakeside. That's where we were looking to open a place. So it just happened to be the perfect location. And we offer we have kind of a large menu. So I would love for everybody to stop by. We have all the general espresso and coffee drinks that you would see anywhere else. We also have a few of our signature drinks that are handshaken espressos. Those are my favorite. I really like them. We have
Noodle. It was awesome.
Oh, you did? I love that one. That and the cinnamon roll are my favorite, those two. We have energy infusion drinks, which those are really popular in the Pacific Northwest. They haven't really made their way down here. So we thought we would give that a try and see if the community likes them. And it's been doing great so far. So those drinks are basically revved up Red Bulls or rock stars. So they have a lot of caffeine and they have some great flavors mixed in with them. So they're pretty good. And then we have different breads and cookies that are baked by local bakers that are also in the community. So we've partnered we partner with 2 women who have their own businesses, and one bakes the cookies, the other one bakes the breads. They're really delicious. So I would definitely give those a try. And that's what we offer. We're a small family business.
So I see you have are they your kids working in there? And
yes.
Is that your husband over there?
That is my husband that is over there during the weekdays. Yes. I still have a regular full-time job in addition to this. So he is running things during the week and I am more of the weekend person, along with my other business partner. So her and I switch days back and forth and we're both there covering the weekends. And my oldest daughter does work there. She's a student at Cal State San Marcos. And so she lives in the dorms there, but she's been coming home on the weekends so that she can work, which is really nice to see her every week.
Yeah, and that's nice that it's a family effort getting this thing lifted.
Yes.
So I know that you're interested in really keeping things in the community, and I love that you have community people baking for you. That is really awesome. Why did you choose Lakeside? What was special about Lakeside for you?
So I'm from East County. I'm from Santee. I've lived there my whole life. And my business partner lives in Lakeside. Our kids go to school over here. And so we all just kind of wanted to keep it local and have a place that was near our homes and in our community that we're already kind of involved in. And I've also been a social worker for 15 years. And so I've worked with a lot of families in the community, a lot of schools. And so that was another reason we just wanted to kind of be a business that supports the community through different events and donations and things like that.
Well, we're super glad that you're here, Sarah, and we wish you continue. How is business going?
It's going well. It's going well. We had to hire a lot more staff early on to, keep up with the demand. So I think we're at a good pace now. So it's going really well. Yeah, it's going great.
All right. Well, we're glad that you're here. And if you haven't hooked up with the Chamber of Commerce or the Lakeside Chamber, then also today we have Nina Dramisi there who also is with the Chamber. So
okay, great. Yeah, we did connect at an event that we're both at. And so someone from the Chamber, Sue, came out and we've met with her and have our application in progress. So I think it's a great partnership.
Okay, good. I'm all about shameless plugs. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Really nice meeting you.
Thank you. You too.
And up next, we have our board trustee, Holly Ferrante. So she'll be talking to us about her work as a board member. So hi, Holly. This is our esteemed board trustee, Holly Ferrante. She's been on the board now. I'm going to let you talk about all of that. So Holly, how long have you been on the school board?
Hey, Rhonda, thanks for having me. I've been on for 5 years. I was appointed originally when Kevin Howe retired, and then I've been on since then, so since 2017.
And why did you want to become a board member?
I love our community. I've been volunteering in schools in a variety of ways over the years, and it seemed like the next step. When I was PTA president at the elementary school level and at the high school level. Then I was also the council president for all of Lakeside schools. Went on the bond oversight committee. I had done everything except be a school board member. And when Kevin retired, I saw it as an opportunity to give back to the community even more in a larger way, on a larger scale, if you will. So that's why.
That's why. And I remember when I was a vice principal at Lakeside Middle School, you were, I think, the PTA president at that time. So you and I worked together way back in the day, way back then.
A long time ago. Not that long. Not that long.
So what do you think, what have you found to be the most rewarding about your position as a board trustee?
I think probably attending the school events. I have the plays, the programs, concerts, all those kinds of things. It's also just fun to go out to the schools and see what the kids are doing, see what the teachers are doing with their students. We have some amazing teachers in Lakeside, and they have they've worked tirelessly, especially through the pandemic. It was a whole new way to teach that they had never experienced before. And our teachers really came through in a big way. So it was really great to see that. And now, of course, coming out of the pandemic, it's so great to be on the school sites again, where they're open fully. Parents can come back. It's great to see people volunteering in the ways that they used to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so wonderful to see everybody's face too, that we're not, challenged with the mask situation anymore. So
it's awesome.
And so moving forward, what are you hoping for the school district and our students of Lakeside?
I love the programs that are happening at each of the sites. Every site is unique. The language program, of course, is amazing at both Winter Gardens and Riverview. My kids went to Riverview way before the language program, and so it's fun to go back there, especially just because it's kind of like, my kids grew up there. It was fun, and also Lakeside Middle School. The ag program at Lakeside Middle School is absolutely amazing. Those students are so impressive with all the things that they do. I've seen them a couple times open meetings, both at our school board meetings and at the rodeo grounds. It's just really exciting for me to see the kids doing things that maybe they've never done before, but that interested them. Our ag program at LMS is very unique in California. Not many middle schools. We were the first middle school in California, and so I think that's amazing too. Over at Lakeside Farms, they are working on farming and that sort of thing. I really love the different programs at the different schools.
It's fun to see them, and we also have a lot of community support for our programs, and so it's really neat to be a part of those opportunities for our schools and for our community. So
it is. It's so great to see the kids growing in ways that maybe they never even thought of before.
Right. Well, Holly, thank you for joining us today and for sharing your insight with us on being a board member. And I will see you soon because we have meetings coming up. So
good. Thank you, Rhonda, for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, and now I am going to bring in the members of our Kiwanis. I'm going to add them to our program. Hi, you guys. We're going to have to squeeze in a little bit, I think, closer together. So we have Ramisi and Sue Frankie from, is it Frank or Frankie?
Frankie.
Frankie, thank you. I wanted to get it correct. So Sue Frankie from the Kiwanis Club. And this is such an amazing organization in our community. And I wanted them to have this opportunity to share with our viewers, our multitude of viewers, I'm sure, of what you guys are all about and what you do for the youth of Lakeside.
All right. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the background of Kiwanis. I am the acting president right now for another month or so, and then we will have a change of venue. But Kiwanis started in about 1915, and there are members all over the world. And we are united to serve kids and uplift our communities. That's our purpose. There's about 150,000 service projects done each year with the Kiwanis clubs around the world, with more than 18.5 million service hours given. And just so you know, our little Kiwanis club here in Lakeside had the highest number of service hours last year in our District 31. So we're a busy little club that does what we can when we can. And with COVID, it was a challenge. So one thing Kiwanis does too, it raises money worldwide. They've raised about $100 million in the last year to help with kid trauma and things like that. They support different kid avenues. So there are doctors even that have been put through school by Kiwanis to serve children. So just some fun things there. So it's a member-driven club, and we do hands-on service. That's what we do. Some of the family of Kiwanis, we have the K kids, which is 6 to 12-year-old kids in elementary school. We have the Builders Club, which is 12 to 14-year-olds, junior high age. We have Key Club, which is 15 to 18 high school age kids. Then we have Circle K, which is in our colleges. And then we have Action Club. And Action Club is adults with disabilities. And there used to be a very large Action Club here in San Diego. It was one of the biggest ones here, in fact, in East County. But during COVID, they had to shut down. So they have not been able to get a lot of those adults back together. But here in the Kiwanis Club of Lakeside, just so you know a little bit about us, we're a very diverse little group. You know, we're moms, dads, we're grandparents, we're business people, multi-community group members. You know, we've got the commander of the VFW. We've got Andrew Hayes, who's on the school board, you know, politician extraordinaire. And, you know, we just have a big mix of folks who are just brought together to help our kids in Lakeside. And this last year, we were actually awarded the Community Leadership Organization Award by our community, by the chamber. And that was such an honor for us, because during COVID, we kind of felt like we weren't accomplishing a whole lot. Even though we did a whole lot, it didn't feel like it because we weren't really out in the community. So, so we have a few pictures behind us. Whatever you can see there are some of the things that we have done over the last couple of years. And I'm going to hand it over to Nina and let her share what we have coming up, what we've done.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. Let's see. Where can you see me? Okay, good. So some of our signature events you may have heard of, we do a sock and shoe drive. We've done that for the last couple of years. And we recognize that for our families in need, it is really a challenge to have those socks and shoes. So last year, how many pairs of shoes and socks did we do? It was something like 3,000.
Something like the socks, and then hundreds of shoes.
Yes. So just so you do know, we're starting that again. You'll see our boxes around the community, and that'll be November 1st through December 15th. And we'll put that over at, maybe we can put that in a link over at the school district as well. The other thing we do is fully packed backpacks. So we invest in backpacks at different times of the year when we can find great ones for sale. And then we pack them with school supplies. And this year we worked together with our Lakeside Community Center and Christian Help Center. And so families were able to come on one day right before school started to get some backpacks, which are great. And parents out there, you know that backpacks, a fully packed backpack with supplies, probably will cost in the realm of $85 to $100.
Right.
So we knew that we were helping people to have food on their table when they were able to get those backpacks. And we really focus in on leadership and community service. So one of the things that we are about to do is we're about to invest in having like a K-Kids club at an elementary school or a middle school. And we teach those kids leadership skills and the importance of community service and giving back. So you'll hear from us in that area. And if people want to join us, because we are a very small and active club, we would love to have more folks who are really focusing in on kids and kids' needs. Our meetings are at the VFW the first and third Mondays of every month. And we'll give you a phone number that you can call. Oh, and they're at 6:30 in the evening. If you need to bring your dinner with you, you can. We also, we want to let you know, you will see us out there at Spirit of Christmas with the Chamber. You'll see us out there at the rodeos. And by the way, we have the Optimus Bulls Only Rodeo coming up on the 14th and 15th. You'll see us there. Western Days Parade. We packed Easter baskets with, who was it? We've packed
Boll
Easter
Weevil.
with Boll Weevil. We had Thanksgiving meals for families. We had an event at Rise City Church where we helped with car seats for our families in Lakeside. We have a Facebook page. You want to tell the Facebook page?
It is the Kiwanis Club of Lakeside, not Lakeside Kiwanis Club, because that's in another state. It's the Kiwanis Club of Lakeside. And if you put Lakeside, California, it'll probably come up too.
Yeah. And so we really appreciate being on here. Dr. Taylor, this is awesome. And we want to make sure that if there are people out there that want to invest in kids and want to join a small but mighty little club, we're getting bigger and we're really focusing on what's best for kids.
And they can contact us through our Facebook page as well.
Awesome. It sounds amazing. And I know that both of you have a huge heart for the students and the kids in Lakeside. And so like Nina, I know that you worked for the district for many, many years and we're lucky enough to retire, but it's like this woman has such a heart for kiddos, you guys. And if you guys want to be a part of such an amazing organization that helps our youth in our community, then this is a great opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Also, just about the backpacks, it's food on the table, but also the pride that a student has, a child has, and I have my new backpack, I have my school supplies, it's the first day of school, and I have everything I need. Just what a wonderful gift that is for the child as well. So thank you all for everything you do. And I'm just so honored to know you.
Well, thank you for partnering with us.
And if there are corporate sponsors out there who want to join with us, we'd love it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes. We will get this out as far as we can reach. Okay. So thank you, ladies, for being on and for all the work you do for the youth of Lakeside.
All right.
Thank you.
And I'm going to bring in our final guest today, and this will be Mr. Jim Rosa, who is the principal at Lakeside Farms Elementary, a school extraordinary. And he's going to tell you about what they're doing and all the programs that they're running. Take it away, Mr. Rosa.
All right. Good morning. Thank you for having me on. We're going to talk Lakeside Farms here. So
Yes,
first of all, we're very, very lucky at Lakeside Farms to have gone through a construction project that we're hitting the end of here. So over the last couple of years, if you've driven by Lakeside Farms, you will notice that there was a lot of fencing going up, a lot of action around campus. We have probably the most efficient parking lot that I've been at in any school I've ever worked at. We have over 250 parking spots in addition to a staff lot. So we're really able to keep kids safe coming and going from school and also keep as many cars as we can off of the main streets. So hopefully the community members have really noticed that's really helped the flow of traffic around Lakeside Farms, especially at dismissal. I'm in a beautiful new office building that really stands out and represents the community. Looks like a barn or an old schoolhouse. I'd call it a hybrid between the two. So we're getting used to people knowing where to come to the front of the school is now what used to be the side of the school. So for you got the Lakeside people who've been around for a while, you'll notice definitely some change there. Our next phase here, we'll have a solar project that's going to be starting up within the next month, and as well as getting a new roof on our multi-purpose room. So we're very blessed that we're able to, give our students these facilities, and we really take pride in keeping them up. As far as things happening specifically at school, we are continuing to grow our garden program, and we're working with community members, as well as we had a Sage Garden grant that was through Sprouts. And what that has done over the last couple of years is enabled us to start this program. And now we're taking the reins and looking for other ways to fund it because it was a 2-year grant. So now we're in year 3. So we're excited to continue to build some partnerships and give our students access to outdoor learning. With that, we've also partnered with El Capitan, our local high school, to be able to bring in their students in their FFA program to really help bridge the connection to FFA and also what their program is all about. So I had noticed the need of, when I got to this school, thinking, what can we do to connect with our high school and really show students that there is a pathway that is pretty unique for students to start thinking about in elementary school. So that's really a fun thing. So we're going to be expanding our physical space as well as soon as our final solar project is done, as well as the roofing. Then we can figure out where on campus that'll make sense.
That sounds pretty big.
As far as academics go, we are driven right now to do what's best for all our students. Every single student, we're working on a plan to show that they can be successful, and we're building components to help every single child. We've instituted universal win time, and win stands for what I need now. So every single student on this campus for 50 minutes, 4 days a week, over 200 minutes of intervention time that is guided by data that teachers analyze, and then group students in small groupings to really be able to focus on what kids need at the moment and to help close that gap, and also to help those students push themselves a little farther. The students who are at grade level or above, we still want to continue to push them. So every single student on this campus has a plan and how we're going to intervene with them. It's my most exciting time of the day. I have a group right now, I'm working with 5th grade math students, and it gets me back connected to my roots as a teacher. And I really enjoy working with those kids. And I've seen them for 2 weeks, and I've already started to see some progress. So my reach out to the community would be, if you are interested in working with groups of students, whether it's just an ear to be read to, or if you have a background in a specific area, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're big into literature, or maybe you're a math person, please reach out to the school, and we'd love to have volunteers during that time. Because what it does is it helps get our numbers smaller for kids. So we can have smaller groupings of students and really work intensely with them. So I'm excited, our staff's excited, and we'd love to have volunteers. So what we do is every afternoon, with the exception of Wednesdays, we have that time at 2:00. So roughly 2 to 3 is our time. So if that fits your schedule, we would definitely love to have you.
That's awesome. I like the fact that you're inviting the community into the school, because we are really a school district that embraces our community and wants to be a partner with our community organizations. And so that's really important. You're doing something different with your students that have individual education plans. And so can you explain that? And that would be a portion of our special education population. How are you guys doing it differently at Lakeside Farms?
So one belief that we have as a system, as a school, is that we want students to find success in their setting. So in their general education classroom. So if you have a student who has an IEP and it calls for extra supports in reading, what we do is we set our schedule up so that those supports come into the classroom and support what the teacher is teaching, and giving that student access through another lens, through a support provider, whether that's a certificated teacher or a classified aide. So instead of traditionally having students leave the classroom, we are trying to do our best to keep students in the general education classroom setting, bringing in supports and for those students. So it's a model that we continue to progress on. And our goal is to get to a collaboration point where teachers, when we bring in a support specialist, they're co-teaching with the general education classroom teacher. And really, it goes back to what we're doing with universal win time. It brings the ratio down of teacher to student ratio, but it also really allows us to focus on a specific area of need and reiterate what's already happening in the classroom. Okay, and as far as time goes, time is a crunch at school. The day goes by pretty quick, but we're able to take away transition time between locations. So we're able to come in with the service instead of maybe losing 5-ish minutes in transition time.
So talking about minutes, and I'm just going to do a plug for the whole school district, but I know that applies to you guys intensely as well. Every minute in our school setting counts, right? So we are really focused on doing what's best for students from the minute that bell rings to the minute the bell rings at the end of the day. And I know that your universal win time is at the end of the day. So I would ask parents to please not pull the kids out early, because they're going to miss. It's not like, oh, they're only going to miss the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes are action-packed learning time. And so is that true in your school setting?
Absolutely, 100%. I'm glad you brought that up, Dr. Taylor, because every single part of the day, the teachers have planned and outlined the day for student success. So if we're lucky to have modified days in Lakeside, so if we can have our appointments that have to occur on Wednesday afternoons, that is really helpful. Because I mean, what we want to build the culture in our school, within our district as well. We don't want students to, be excited to be checked out of school. We want them to be disappointed that they're missing something. And trust me, they are missing something when they leave the classroom. If it's, to be checked out for whatever reason, they are missing something important going on in there. And it's also hard for the student to come back in if they've already missed something. We do our best to get them caught up, absolutely, but they're missing something. So it's really important that we're here for the duration of the day. And I mean, the most powerful part of the day for us is during that universal win time. And I hate for students to have to miss out on that.
Okay, well, thank you for that. And you have so many wonderful programs going on. Our schools are looking amazing, and Lakeside Farms is very unique now. It really stands out, and it is a part of it blends with our community. It's perfect. It's perfect the way it looks. So thank you for joining us, and we will chat with you later.
I do want to give one plug. I had one thing I forgot to say. We are bringing back our fall carnival at Lakeside Farms. And that's going to be the first Saturday in November, the 5th. It'll be an early evening. We have food trucks coming in. We have your traditional carnival games, but it'll be a real community event. So we're planning that right now, and we'll get information out to our parents, but also other schools. We'd love to have them join to make it a real Lakeside community event.
Yeah, October is always such a fun month because all the schools well, not all of them, but most of the schools have a fall carnival of some kind or another. So you don't have to only go to your schools. You actually could have like almost an event every weekend, and they're low cost, but they're just a lot of fun for the kids and for families alike. So thanks for bringing that up.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, thank you for joining us, Mr. Rosa.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, that is the end of our podcast for today. I hope you enjoyed getting to know some of our community members and some of our organizations. We have a lot of fun putting these together. So share as much as you'd like to, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.